beautiful part of the world. See right there on the west coast of Sri Lanka. Wonderful nature, magnificent friendly people, so many things to see and do. Sri Lanka tonight, well, they need to win. They take on the Kiwis. There's Orkney. They need to win to keep their tournament alive. What a sight that is here at Premadasa. Beautiful night for cricket. Sun's been shining all day, no weather around. We are set for a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Good.
Not a dry on the place and not too many spare seats either. It's pretty much a sea of yellow as Sri Lanka wear their national colours. They're selling those shirts out on the street, going like hot potatoes, because this is a game of real significance.
What an atmosphere, and such a big game for both the teams, New Zealand and Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka would want to win this to stay alive in this competition, whereas New Zealand will be trying to get those 2 points.
They have. Come and get us. That's the message.
The other thing about it too is Tim Seifert will be on strike first up, is that these boys haven't played a game for a while. They had a rain out against Pakistan. I spoke to several of the players and the coaching staff, and they said they match and underway.
Bring the ball into the right-hander front. He should be.
The fact that there's a field just trying to force the batter will sneak through.
And white ball done some homework here. Their partnerships in T20 into 8-9.
Go through extra covers to try and.
They've spent a lot of time. Pete.
A really good start. 12th man.
The love the team has been the previous game. Behind and move on.
On over mid-wicket. There's no one back there, and I think it's just carried the whole way. So Finn Allen, even though they're
to try and
the exactness tonight, the Shana needs on Sri Lankan soil, to be honest, but around the world on Sri Lankan soil.
I have for Sri Lanka.
For none, the first over goes.
Well, the intent there from England, England can still creep through.
When a slip and play, right-handed.
Airing the pace, and Finn Allen, actually heard about him when Simon
were out there in the middle, and the evidence of
for a little bit of turn as well.
It's a good shot, very well controlled, looking through that offside, and in the air, and safe. Boy, there's a ring of fielders. It could have gone to any of them.
Both edges right now, just last
night. Drag down, and that'll go for 4. Won't cut it off. Backward a square. Even with a brave chase. Specialist seam is not very often you see.
I still feel that on a big game like this,
I'm with you actually. 60, 170, 170, 180. Good luck going to get.
Less than a week ago, once.
Yes.
minimum. Oh.
Would have been a beauty.
You want. Oh. It's a good.
Slow himself at it. And he's lost his step.
Comes back and gets hit straight down the ground. Beautifully timed. Absolutely gun barrel straight from. Yeah. Yeah. Great to see for you.
Up to now, supporting all.
Good. Van Allen pinches another sun after 3.
3-3 by.
In one. It's big. Straight back. He dropped the first one. He catches the second one. He makes up for the earlier mistake. Wow. And that has got them on their feet. long off. Hitting edge.
The one here. Picked up a wicket over most wickets. Them.
Now. Cheap as well, just 3 from it.
Every ball is.
He's flicked it down towards square leg, and it's taken. A yard inside, there was only 2 men back. He must have seen him there, but he's picked him out with absolute precision.
Bowled exactly.
So they keep asking him to do jobs, and he
Get your long.
What they're asking, Pad, thought was
in the wickets.
he flicked it.
To have a slip in. Good is bowling well. It's an extraordinary.
The over from Chamira.
Shana to continuation off spinner. Very good evening.
Really? Not a bad part. Is that they've got Tikshana. The spinners come. A little bit of a weakness, maybe.
Predominantly been pretty good.
It's the Karen ball. This over takes a good sharp cat. Perfect off spinners.
With the front flick.
I remember a lot of in-swing.
High.
That's on. See, it's flicked out. Feather just flicked.
The centre around the ground, but not many. Terrific atmosphere. New Zealand openers.
3 overs of spin.
Line at the stumps. There seems to the stumps just outside off stumps. If you hold your stump.
Final that they lost to.
Particularly to the left-handed.
Screen maybe not ready. Against off spin, you got the left for the back end. In the middle. Phillips have the intent of trying back into the game. Has gone upstairs.
Copy, thank you. I've made my...
Slick early decision, but it was grounded. Well on the ground for 4.
We've seen a touch of spinner. Nice ball. This one full.
I think he needs that fuller on the ball.
That will be the change they make. Much in Ravindra 1. Everything okay. Just 52 for 2.
It's just more work in the deep though.
All too much is been brought. Bad leg spinner. And off your head, kind of bring your long on.
Jaretha Sri Lanka. Lanka. Pitch side.
It's a huge gap at mid-wicket.
In such a crucial game, full leg.
Outstanding Nigate with the just short of him. That is
Exceptional fielding. In such a crucial game, full leg. Middle of that hand into the finger. Exceptional. Short mid-wicket.
The only question that Dennison shut with the off-spinner around the wicket to the right.
so far really tight. Away with this delivery. Come back he will. Lanka 59 for 2.
Couple of wickets, Tikshana with
Strength. Death hitting, not so. Big. A big swing is a very, very big.
the wicket. His head is so not many boundaries.
Any formats of the game. Well, we need some momentum.
Change of angle now. Look for a ratchet in the distance. Just like that. In that zone.
And look at those eyes following the ball.
That one.
For the leg spinner, it's the length long on a bit. Have the batter try and hit a ledge press. Fincher and a call.
Maybe, sorry. And David Stockley Smith. Wonderful to have him with us. 185.
quite active on 73 for 2, New Zealand.
He's got a very active mind. Be puzzled.
He can also sing Miriam.
Probably one of the best fielded.
Become a lynch bench. 183, 10 runs.
Good over to start with Seifert.
Yes, delivery perhaps. Catch. I think if you're so bad, it's T20 cricket.
Coming in, Shanika. He wanted it.
Skyers did before as well. Sitting up. Keeper, he's too far away.
Bowled in this time. Ravindra dropped. Phillips gone. Brilliant from Chamira.
Story of the innings so far. Drop a catch. Take a wicket.
Daryl Mitchell. Going, so
That's Octobar took a beautiful length.
a little more.
All are trying to be defensive to that.
Yeah, I think Sri Lanka right on top, then try and rein it back in.
That's nips as a refraction drier. That's gripping in the wicket slightly. Think back to the first couple of overs. Closed out that game beautifully. Gets on a roll, starts taking.
Guys, off the pad. End of the 10th, 70.
He's haven't passed 90 in the few fine fellas. It's nicely swept away, very straight, well struck from Ravindra, who's looked as good as any of the Kiwis tonight.
That's right. I think that number, the Chamira, gets delivery. Something happens in your shot selection.
Right throughout the tournament.
New Zealand's played in the...
It's in length, and you would want Rachin.
Rachin Ravindra.
Trick with Rachin Ravindra. It's not having a slip.
Over does Malagate in. New Zealand at 8.
Velalage is first. There are a couple of 6 bowlers, a couple more wickets.
In the chase, the skipper, Harry. Taken. Tikshana gets another one. Hands in the air. It's the big wicket of Rachin Ravindra. And once again, the home side fight back. He's played 15 matches. Russell's Chapman for a duck.
By Tikshana, but he goes to it. Down to the... It's a duck. 80. Both times.
Mitchell, New Zealand.
And spinners, it's not with turn.
Straight through. Went on with the arm.
This team under all sorts of pressure. Last 6 balls.
700s in T20 player.
Sri Lanka pressing 84.6 kilometres.
Hanging up.
We have a look at the wicket. Fans of Dasmesh. Lots of
Been bowled already.
say Dunit Velalage.
Confusion again between.
But great work out. Not only drift, you cannot
Backing.
bring the fit.
Dawn up. Is it?
The visitors started off by Tikshana for their net run rate overall.
Come on, Howie. Sri Lanka also
They do.
Be positive, Russ.
is required, is being...
Yes, help.
Well, they needed. Haven't really seen that roll. Picking up wickets.
Action has been excellent. 3 overs. Haritas.
Coming in such a strong position.
Different. The 2 runs. So 4 rings.
Quick 13 wickets.
Happy camp. They needed 88 for...
Doesn't carry.
Sri Lanka
Here though, certainly
their way to 131
of situations before.
ball since the boundary and a flurry of wicket with 1 for 20. Changing commentary. Look at this for a group. Happy days.
Wanting live. All the Sri Lankan fans, but the music.
Cool situation as well.
Trying to... Nice bit of work for the fans again. As well.
That's a decent shot with some good placement. Maybe that'll kickstart.
It's the first boundary in 33 balls. That's a much...
Perhaps running hard. 16 overs gone, 98 for...
Excellent, generally, gaps. They just haven't been. It helps you find some momentum.
Amira has come back and whacked over the top of mid-wicket for 6. As easy as you like. Maybe pace will help.
Yeah,
Same right, now's my time.
Sees they are flicked it again, and it's 6 more. Maybe this is the defining over for New Zealand to get some.
The bat picked it up beautifully.
Accurate. South Africa against Sri Lanka. Chamira does well.
Clement been looking for a semi-finals fight to defeat.
Feet up to get into the ground and loving it. Nicely worked by McConkey. And a little run into the boundary. What a huge over for New Zealand. Santner gets him over the short boundary for 6. New Zealand have put the foot down here. Up until that point, Santner. Oh, that's a free hit. And Santner has not missed out. Huge. Just losing their nerve a wee bit, the home side.
Yeah, the umpire's checking the no ball as well. It's
2. He's 7 for 6.
39 run up. They've dropped Jimmy Neesham.
Go, will we? Dunker works it beautifully down to 3rd one.
Executed perfectly. He's got a plan. Think back, a couple of feeling of the game has changed. Has to be pace off into the wicket. What we call step and hit surface.
He's quick.
From everyone, brilliantly.
Ball again. It's gone over long on with sweet timing. Sri Lanka have started to fall apart a wee bit at the seams here. 2, at least 2 on a Sri Lanka, the fielder, and
Batter hasn't got worse.
the ballers though. Strike to the short boundary.
Extra cover.
Straight down the ground and sweetly struck by Santner. Boundary. So
Absorbed the pressure. They've been real.
another full toss. It could run away for 4. It does run away for 4. Absolute. Are on strike. Brilliant catch away to finish for Sri Lanka. Asalanka takes a beauty as he hauls it in, but the damage is done. You would feel Sri Lanka and the
Rounder brought in today to the side, and Cole McConkey facing James Neesham. Fantastic partnership. New Zealand at one stage in all sorts of trouble. 84 for 6 in the 13th over. The job on their hands. Openers, New Zealand will have taken notes, I'm sure, from the first ball of the chase. Henry nips one back through the Papatum Nasanka.
His feet going nowhere. He's gotten his Sanka for.
That ball first up from Matt Henry. Mirror with one earlier against Glenn.
It needs to be another.
Sri Lanka in for his first game. Great time.
From Matt Henry first up.
And the really gauge.
4 years in all formats of the out of the side that Sri Lanka had.
Was right in the slot and it got. Soon as like that.
None for one.
Pawan Ratnayaka come to keep in mind. There's a lot
To get it up and over. Fraction of hold or a fraction of turn, and he started using his feet. He had some.
He does straight away. Behind square for 4.
Still how you approach changes. The mistakes from the batter.
Austin.
Batters played it.
But it sticks in the Harold Mitchell. They don't come in for 2.
On the Ratnayaka.
Stance for Ratnayaka.
It's going underground.
Lanka was coming all the time. Not nice at all.
Great example of what Henry. Again, but all okay.
Right in the bed.
Each and every time. That's what happens.
Should be a couple.
Just watching him run between.
Some Sharnika.
Motoring around.
Might have been there where he's.
When you compare the other 6 or 7, so that tells you it on.
Middle, and they're still decent side. Inspired selection of Cockin play. 2 coming from at 11 for
A couple of reasons for that too, Dooley. Winning all-rounder. I'm at a stage in my career where I can.
under strength. Mostly experienced first.
So much. Think of some of the flat wickets in.
Lanka, incredible.
But West Indies take. It's fine enough, and I think that'll be a 4. It will. For 17 for 2 after.
Couple of big games, gun rate for India, that is a problem. 70. Got a big job as we see Ferguson in range. We've seen.
Okay. It took news.
Bowlers, good evening to you, Ian Smith.
New Zealand, in fact, from the 68 for 7, we were talking over, it just changed.
To come by and you have to rotate. The key was to try and get it.
Decision to play him in a pressure.
Specialist seamers, how they've come here, they've looked at that, even with a player of the experience.
Games and pitches like this with Ben on a tacky circular spinner becomes a little more attacking.
Sri Lanka's lowest ever power play. Just joining us. In the middle order target.
0.64 the record.
Take heart from, and they'll have talked. They saw what New Zealand did to them and came back. Enables
Their execution.
they put a lot of effort into the fielding.
Covering all the angles, all.
This player is Kusua is in a situation like this for very.
Could be a thought of 2, but there's
Can't leave it too late. They've got to be. So against leg spin as
leading wicket taker in the.
And for this moment, he bowls in the nets. This is the surface.
Great Shane Warne about.
and also he's a brought in. Go to the right. There.
Only get a single Smithy, and that's.
I mean, Sanakja is the run rate is climbing every situation. Ones have to become 2.
Big unit. He showed it. Through the breakfast buffet, a few of those. You get to the breakfast before you do that.
Howie, you're
Who was good with the bat. Good piece of work.
at the end.
Stumping. It's a fair live. Yeah.
Really is to be.
The crowd on 70 in the last. Got that one for me, Smithy. We'll have a look.
Tossed it wide, made it very hard. Really test the hamstring there.
Down. Tell you everything you need to know.
Russian drop in, they're both into the room.
The in the deepest of holes at
Batter still
Runs.
been slog sweep. Those are the behind. If you want to hit over extra cover, you be
Tournament.
a leg slip under is starting to get, and that may be a bit of risk.
the first run rate has been climbing.
Here's the innings.
Get past the stumps before you.
Lead by the bowler after no.
It's going to be a tough chase.
Busy run up.
Really important that Sodhi does use his feet effectively, the ball, in terms of playing forward in this tournament.
And you lose a way out.
From the Sri Lankans.
Like a battle New Zealand at that crucial time. One-handedness. Have a matchup against a particular ball. Or a spin is always your blip.
Trouble, they need to win to keep the change in commentary. Up next, hour and a half for those three, it'd be a treat.
Your purchase. Good running. Shannon. Aaron Finn.
Ascent.
Go up and over the offside.
Third. Fifth ball.
Hit straight to.
Go up and over the offside. Just halfway through his second. Skipper has to go.
He's bowling exact. Bowling outside the Austin.
Shan. Anchor and death.
That's a beauty first up. To sits up. Take some risks.
47 for 5 Sri Lanka after.
Ramifications here. Together win. Fine to. They do still win.
Played.
They didn't just get to a position and say, you know, the whole time as if there was a...
You talk about soaking up. Centre was 5. Centre finished soaking up that pressure.
That's a shot that he
One bounce.
needs to play out of his skin.
And it's with the turn. It's the turn. Hit against first. There's plans. That again.
Gloves, I don't know, but Sodhi 5.
They can just take some momentum.
By letting New Zealand.
Seen the plan and what worked and buy a wicket. Ethos is for this game. And big hands.
What a night. Do it against the spin. Sure, he's got beautiful hands. Revenger's got...
Oh! Ravinder.
And I think it'll go all the way at
Of this. Pretty much the last pair.
So we will have another ball. 13 done, 60. Discussion. These last two.
Two lefties at the crease. Throughout this batting innings. Yes, they lost them. Walked out to bat here. Who your targets are as a bowler comfortable with the New Zealand?
From whatsoever.
Mean boundaries. Intent means the jury. Find the boundaries.
Like the only option they had. Good. Your one good inning.
His first over. Bad at the moment. 90. Dire.
Kept feeding the batters in. It's what New Zealand have done.
And just went back down.
That's also what they've got.
It's around.
By the Sri Lankans, but they have
with a couple. Too many. Either that or they're just staying for the eye. You're on. You give your face a look. Time for two more. Had one.
Simple catch in the end.
Something to cheer about.
Trying to access the ball, sails over the boundary.